Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be giving you the news from this bench because I had some problems last night, I couldn't sleep. So whatever is the Schumann resonance currently, maybe that affected me, who knows. But I'm not in the highest energy today, so please have some mercy over the views today. But the views are still beautiful. So I am right here, this beautiful boulevard. It's not really a park, it's a boulevard. I've been here before many times with you guys. But let me start this video with wishing all of my American subscribers happy 4th of July. Not only those who live in United States, but also those who live in other countries or even in Moscow, because I know there are many Americans who live in Moscow. So happy 4th of July if you celebrate this holiday. I wish you a peaceful, beautiful day. And today what topics I will be addressing? Let me tell you, maybe not in the order that you will see it in the title, but I will give you an update about the banking as far as the fees with transferring the money from US to Russia. So that is one topic. Then I will be addressing the topic of technical grain. And then, of course, I cannot miss the referendum that's going to take place in Poland, which Morawiecki just announced yesterday. So where shall we begin, everyone? Maybe let's start with the banking system first, the banking fees, because some of you have requested from my latest 2 videos ago when I was mentioning that I have transferred the money from US, to be exact, JP Morgan Chase to Raiffeisen Bank here in Russia. Now I will tell you how this works as far as the fees, and I give you the latest exchange rate from the bank that actually is the best, to be honest. I was surprised to myself. So when you transfer from US and you have euro account here in Russia and you have dollar account in Russia, before I continue, some of you were asking if you can open an account in Russia being a foreigner. Yes, you can. I am a foreigner, and you can open it with your passport. There is a video I recorded several months ago, I think it was in March, so just scroll down through those videos of mine and you will find that video where I give you a description how I was able to do it. Also, I did one live with some banking information too, so check out my lives. Okay guys, so here is the trick with the fees. I finally understood what she meant. Let's say you're transferring $1,000 and you want this $1,000 to go to your account, dollar account here in Russia. In this case, you will pay 50% of this transaction. This is the fee, which means $1,000, you will pay $500. But then, it's crazy, I know, but that's how it is. But then, if you transfer, let's say, $20,000, you will pay still $500. So it looks like anything above $1,000 of your transaction will be $500 if you're transferring dollars to the US dollar, from US to the dollar account in Russia. So dollars to dollars, that's your fee. 50% from 1,000 and then $500 above that 1,000. Now, if you are transferring from US the dollars into your euro account in Russia, your fee will be 500 rubles. Okay? So this is like nothing comparing to the other one. I don't know why they do it with the dollars like this, but maybe this is the punch in the face of the dollar banking system. I don't know. I'm not a financial expert. The exchange rate. Okay, so here is another trick. So you have your application on your phone, you have your ATM card, your debit card from your checking account, and if you decide to cash out this money, so let's say you transfer and you cash it out from the teller in the bank, the exchange rate is not as attractive as if you take this money and you do it on your application. So all you pretty much do, you transfer from your euro account to your rubles account using the application, and that actually has much better exchange rate that many other places I was able to find here in Moscow. So there are like some hotels have the exchange boxes, some you walk on the street and you see here is the exchange, you can exchange it. But this actually was pretty good. So at this moment, what we have 4th of July today, €1, if you use the application, was 95.6 rubles, actually 98 rubles, and $1 was 90 rubles. And if you don't use the application, it was 87.5 rubles per dollar. So, there is a difference if you transfer more money. So this is the banking situation. I hope this explains. At this moment, I was able to transfer some very small amount, but I'm glad I did it. Like I said, it took me 2 days. I'm repeating myself, but some of you have not watched that video. That wire transfer took me 2 days. And the lady said, the teller in the bank, that you never know. Sometimes it takes that fast, sometimes it takes longer, but you can still do it. I forgot to ask, someone was asking me about some Russian citizens who are like retirees here in Russia, and they are not able to transfer the money from Russia to the US. So I promise you guys, next time I'm in the bank, I will ask, because I really don't know about those things. I just forgot. I focused yesterday on doing this transaction and transferring from my euro account to my ruble account. Also, another information here is that when you use your ATM card, she told me, for example, with Raiffeisen, the one I have, you will get cash back. Normally it's 1.5%. So if you're using your card for any transaction, if it's a restaurant, coffee, shopping, travel, whatever it is, food, you will get 1.5% back cash. But if they have some promotion now going, if you use it for taxi now and Yandex, so if you want to take a taxi or book Yandex, you have 30% cash back, which is pretty nice actually. So that's all I have from the banking information. I hope this gives you any value. Now, some of you have asked me, it was 1 or 2 comments, I think 1, but I want to address it because still some people don't know, neither did know why, but now I do, about the technical grain. So that video when I talk about why the animals are dying and why there is cancer, it's food, right? And lately the biggest problem is this poisoned, and yes, it's not just poison from how this food is being processed and how this grain is being stored in those storages and getting, what's the word? Yeah, like it's going bad after some time and they still sell it, right? So it's not something that should ever be sold because it's already poisoned, but this is just on the top of it. But first of all, it comes from the land that is heavily affected now by this war, this conflict. And if it's not depleted uranium, if it's not some other explosion, it's a lot of this stuff that is coming from all of this. And I mean, how you can even think about this land is not affected by all this chemical poison and stuff that is coming out from the weapons and the shooting, and I mean, and then you have the labs and everything else, right? We know it, but I want to focus on this technical grain, what this technical grain really is. So I found this description here, sorry guys, I found this description here, and I will attach this later on today when I post this video. It says technical grain is a group of crops that are grown to be used for the production of various types of industrial products and not for human or animal consumption. Examples of technical crops are flax, hemp, cotton, I don't know if this is the right pronunciation, jute, rapeseed, soybean, sunflower, sugarcane, spelt, and waxy corn, and many others. What is technical grain used for? Fabric production, paper production, oil production, biofuel production, feed production. Some species of technical grain, such as soybeans, are used to make animal feed, it says. Now, how much of this technical grain has entered Poland? And there was an article posted in May, the end of May, so a few months ago, May 27th this year. I think I've mentioned this in one of my videos, I'm not sure, probably some of you remember, because the Minister of Agriculture, his name is Robert Telus, he officially announced that 100.10 tons of technical grain from Ukraine has entered Poland so far, and he said that we have not found a situation where this grain is used for other purposes than biomass and pellets. BS alert. Just do some research. Here, the farmers, here, the people who are buying this, here, the people who are in the knowing, because they are experts, food experts, and they talk about it constantly. So they are just lying. And then he said we have to make sure that this grain is a good quality. Is it a good quality? When it's in the storage for months and months, it goes bad, and then they send it to Poland and they stuff the storages in Poland, and then Polish farmers has no room for their own harvest, coming soon, by the way, this month. So this is about the technical grain, guys. And now let's talk about Morawiecki, who gave a speech yesterday. Who gave a speech yesterday about the referendum. So what's gonna happen? The Polish government wants a referendum. I addressed this about a week or two ago, Sunday video. Wants a referendum on the country's participation in the EU migrant relocation scheme, with voting likely taking place alongside this autumn parliamentary elections. Morawiecki confirmed this on Monday, which is yesterday, and here is a quote from him. I can confirm we plan the parliamentary elections and a referendum on migrant relocation to be held at the same time, also to reduce the cost. I will continue, then I give you my few cents on this, okay, because I think I'm into something here. He said the referendum would include one simple question, but refused to reveal its exact wording. He also did not rule out the possibility of including other questions on other issues. Asked by journalists why the government wanted to combine the referendum and the elections, he pointed to the cost of organizing a referendum. It will probably take this October or early November. No specific dates have been set yet. Now, as much as 74% of Polish people oppose the relocations, and 26 believe the government should accept asylum seekers under EU planned relocation system, according to the newest poll by the Polster Institute that was published by the Super Express, that's a newspaper in Poland. Now, my thoughts. Okay, the first instinct I had when I heard of this, if this election will ever happen, if this even happens in October or November, if they don't take people into, you know what, WAR, they're gonna use this referendum to steal the election, to cheat. it will be a mess. It will be an absolute mess. They will be counting wrong way, whatever it is. So not only the referendum, of course, will say, because he said only one question and two answers. Do you want this relocation for immigrants to Poland that EU demands or not? So it will be only yes and no. It will be not like I don't know, let me think, I'm not sure. Yes or no. And then if they're gonna have their parliamentary election, they're gonna use it. It will be a mess, guys. It will be like gym bags going there. I mean, I don't know, probably the same voting machines. So if they have another thing to connect with the referendum, so they will have the elections, the referendum, and they want to add something else, some other issue to address in this referendum and another election, then they have even more leverage. My very strong feeling with this is they're gonna use it. If this happens, they're gonna use it to pull shenanigans, and they think they are so smart because they have control over the system. That's what it is. That's why they are combining this. It's not because they think they know it's so expensive, like really, so maybe don't buy like 5 tanks or a few more planes or submarines. By the way, as far as referendum, has anyone asked Polish citizens in March 2022, would they like to have their taxes going up so they can pay for how many millions? 5, 6? Officially 1.95 of refugees. Why they did not do referendum then? So for that they had money. For this they don't have money. This is a trick to steal the votes. Just my humble, not an expert, intuitive opinion. So guys, sorry, I'm not moving much today, although I have a few important things to take care of. But I will end this video here. I would like to tell you that I think I'm gonna test something out, and this month, once a week, I want to put an exclusive video on locals to all of those who support me there and join me there, because I very much appreciate this, guys. So I will be recording kind of more like a travel video from Moscow, and then maybe also I will do live on Rumble, because I started to repost on Rumble to check it out. I never done live on Rumble, so follow me there free of charge, and we see how this goes, if I can pull it off. And also please follow me on Instagram. I started today a new series of some of my favorite places where I go to eat in Moscow, and some of them are simple and some of them are posh, because I like nice places and because I like simple places. I like, diversity. So if you want to check it out, go on my Instagram and you will see some beautiful restaurants in Moscow that some people still don't believe that Moscow can have such a great dining, but yes, it does. Lots of love, everyone. I will see you tomorrow in another video, and that's all I have for you. Please, if there's any value in my content, if this video brings you any value, subscribe to my channel, because, by the way, on July 29th it will be 3-year anniversary since I started my YouTube channel, and I would like to have 80,000 subscribers. Yeah, so if you can help me to have this number reached by 29th of July, or at least the end of July, I would be very, very happy. Hit that like, leave the comment. Lots of love. I see you tomorrow. Bye everyone.